World Championships on the line. We'll start a tag team title match. CCL Futureshock.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Who's doing this?
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Well, you know, in between the pre-show and the main event, I went to the concession and did some lunch, and I didn't realize how many people were here. I got stuck behind a whole bunch of people.
How'd you do this, man?
I'll get back to my time.
Hey, glad you can make it. The regular third man move Joseph Hotdog. We got a match coming for you tonight. That's why I love to hear
Exactly.
Great challenges for the tag team titles.
It'll be a fun match already. Here comes the Future Foundation. And by the way, I got you guys a couple of hot dogs. Here you go.
My man.
I remember the relish.
I'm not big on relish, but I am big on chili and cheese.
Well, I got that for you, man. So there you go.
Awesome.
My man, good shit. But man, this is going to be an entertaining tag team match. And it was brewed out of an idea from these guys right here, Future Foundation, the Tag Team Championship Series, which they ended up winning.
They won two matches on the last episode of Adrenaline a couple of weeks ago to get this opportunity at the tag titles tonight.
And there you see him right there. I guess you call them the collective 20 pounds of gold, the CCL World Tag Team Championships.
The Butcher and Overkill have been tag team champions since last November 22nd, Thanksgiving. 226 days. The longest tag team title in CCL history. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's one way to use your head.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, the Butcher and Overkill have basically have dominated and awakened the tag team division in the CCL. So much so that Tag Team Championship Series had to be brought up in order to find challenges for these two.
I didn't run out of opponents.
That Phoenix, the former national champion, 2 years ago, he made a CPV debut at this event. Took Michael Hamilton to the limit.
You're going to get your fucking head kicked in.
And that's what Phoenix is going to have to do. They're going to have to use their speed because if they get into a brawl, if they get into a power game against the Butcher and Overkill, it will not.
It's the classic example of, was it the irresistible force meeting the immovable object? You've got Butcher and Overkill. They may not have a lot of speed, but what they lack in that speed, they more than make up for, well, both in sheer power and, as you see there, some rather underhanded teamwork.
Yeah, but you look on the other side, the Future Foundation, speedsters who can fly. They can stay, if they can stay on there, as a Hall of Famer say, stay on their bicycle. They can basically take the tag titles.
They got a bicycle.
They got a bicycle.
Yep.
If you feel.
19,303 here for.
And I think every last one of them was getting a hot dog where I decided to go. So
it kind of felt like
it.
Yeah. Oh. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Butcher is the one that has the chest tattoos, correct?
Yes. This is Overkill. Oh, the electric chair drop.
Overkill, the man who came in second to Matt Phoenix in the first season of Revolution.
And Tommy Kazarian getting his first look in this match.
Former World Heavyweight Champion, former Money in the Bank holder.
Won the title two years ago this week in his hometown of Vancouver.
Absolutely. This should be a very interesting matchup in the early goings here. But, you know, I've said it before, to be a good tag team wrestler, you first have to be a good singles wrestler. And both of these men obviously are.
All four of these men accomplished in one way or another. In singles.
And just pitched him across the ring like a bag of grain.
Which is a former DWA Hardcore champion. And Overkill, as you mentioned, the runner-up to Matt Phoenix's Revolution Season 1. Oh, goodness.
Chest first into that steel turnbuckle.
Hang on. Off the back suplex, he got a cover, too. And that Overkill, believe it or not, made his debut at Futureshock on the same night Kazarian won the World Heavyweight title.
I remember that, too. That was when Butcher and Overkill began their crusade against the movement.
Oh, look at this. Right?
Cover 2.
I think it was Overkill that sent Dan Sulkin straight to hell.
Actually, that was the Butcher, but it was Overkill that, it was Overkill that came from right in the ring.
Now some double team work there. Kazarian's got him up on his shoulders.
Oh, nice double team there.
I just wanted to make a point that, you know, when you're a competitor in this business and you go get ready for like a house show or a television show like Adrenaline, you know you get a little bit of nerves and everything like that. But when it comes down to a mega event or a CPV and the magnitude of this, the nerves are accentuated by a million. These guys probably have butterflies the size of pterodactyls in their stomach right now.
Absolutely, and not only that, they're fighting for the to become the tag team champions of the world.
Oh, we got covered too. Off the standing wall, nice.
More your point there, champ. They have a chance here to become the tag team champions of the world. I mean, that means a lot of money. That means a lot of prestige. So you're right. The nerves have got to be crazy, but the great tag teams are able to use that nervousness also almost as a catalyst and use it to kind of get themselves up and loose, and that's when things happen. Oh, and a big sit-out drop kick there.
I gotta tell you something. One of the things that makes your nerves so high is either being the first match of a pay-per-view or being the main event. First match out, it's like you gotta set the tone. The main event is you have to finish the show strong.
Speaking of main event, this is not the only match Tommy Kazarian will be in tonight. Hang on, we got cover 2 in a near fall.
Yes.
This is not the only match Tommy Kazarian is in tonight. He will be in a ladder match for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, he has a chance to be a double champion. If he comes out of this match with the tag titles, then he can go in that ladder match and perhaps become a 2-time World Heavyweight champion. The only other person who's won the world title more than once is Aaron Alexander.
Absolutely true. And then he'll be a part of that 3-man championship gauntlet we're going to be seeing later in this evening.
Tag is made and
the most overused tag team move in wrestling.
The drop toe hold and elbow driving that black hole slam by Overkill. Oh my goodness.
The big man from Montana.
The Montana Monster getting a near fall on Phoenix.
Oh. Big forearm.
Oh, and a clubbing blow to the head.
One thing to consider, the Butcher and Overkill combined weight is insane. Their combined weight is about equal to maybe 4 of either Matt Phoenix or Tommy Kazarian.
A little more than 3, but close. 710 pounds, the combined weight of Butcher and Overkill.
It's about 3.5.
Yeah. And, you know, guys, earlier this
about 3.5.
Oh, bear hug.
About 3.5. About. Oh my goodness. Kazarian wasn't able to break it up, but he got shoved on his ass.
He did. You know, talking about just the power of these gentlemen. Earlier this week, I happened to be in the gym at our hotel, and these two guys are working out, and they were just throwing weights around. They had like 600 pounds and was bench pressing, each of them.
I believe it. Well, I was about to say the way Tommy Kazarian got ran over, I'm pretty sure he's standing in the corner wondering what the license plate number was on that truck that just hit him.
Exactly. In his mind, he's 12 years old and finishing up his paper route.
Mr. Dropkick this time off the mark as the Butcher comes back in.
Man, Phoenix is in the wrong part of town right now.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he's gonna put, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, look at
Doomsday
this.
device.
LOD! LOD!
Oh, hell, we got to go.
No!
Oh,
What a rush.
Not many teams have kicked out of that move when the originals did it, but man, Phoenix kicked out.
that's the first time I believe that the God bleeder.
And if you had Phoenix in the pool, you just made some money.
Like, if you have Matt Phoenix being the first person to bleed within the first 15 minutes of the show, you're a winner. Go to the
hot tag, he makes it in.
Cut, get down against the tag.
What?
Butcher, I'm right over to him. That's a double in the Butcher. And concerted. A house of fire here.
Jesus.
Sabate kick from Kazarian. He's got him up.
Cover.
But is it going to be enough? He's going up top.
Uh-oh, he's gonna fly.
There hits the moonsault.
Shades of the great Muta with that maneuver.
2.
No.
Oh, almost 3.
Man, what an insecurity.
He took his head off with that one.
Right.
Last year at Futureshock, the Butcher and Overkill lost the tag titles to the Freemans in this very building.
Can lightning strike twice?
It's been known to happen.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my!
That will separate you from your senses.
1, 2, 2.
We have 2 counts. Oh my gosh!
Jesus!
I think we better move, guys. Tommy Kazarian is the proverbial house of fire, but he better look out behind him.
Butcher is not having that up. By the way, you see AJ Minehead did not issue a 10 count or a 20 count. This is a CPV for those who are watching the first time. First off, welcome and thank you for finding it.
Yep.
Whether it be by accident or on purpose. As this is a CPV, oh, what a house on the overkill. As this is a CPV, there are no counts and no disqualifications tonight.
That's right.
Every
There's going to be a
match you see here
winner.
will have a fair and just ending.
And as always, with championship matches, knockout, not in effect.
Right.
You have to win by pinfall or submission.
Right. That's the great thing about these CPVs. You're always going to have winners and losers. There's not going to be no BS. But again, this is one of the most controversial events on the calendar. There are only 4 CPVs on the calendar year for CCL, and this is the most controversial.
Exactly, and now Butcher is carving up Tommy Kazarian. Oh, the miss!
He gets missed! He gets right back up and gets missed in the face!
But man, you see that was just instinct right there to just duck.
There was a drop kick to the outside!
Watch Kazarian!
Oh, a moonsault press!
I believe they call it the Acai moonsault.
That is correct.
That's right. Oh, and a sit-out drop kick
Oh,
from Tommy Kazarian.
They don't call me one of the best color men in the business for nothing.
A side moonsault, the drop kick, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, but the Butcher's head hit that barricade.
And those barricades, you know, they do have some foam rubber, but it's very, very thin. You hit it, you feel it.
Yeah, he's probably very Shades of the Hardy Boys.
No!
No! I thought it was 3. We got another bleeder!
Butcher's bleeding!
Excuse me!
The Butcher's been busted open!
Jesus.
He has clipped him, too. The tide is turning in the favor of the Future Foundation.
Now, single leg crab, but the Butcher breaks it. Breaks it up. All 4 men in the ring now.
And they don't have to get out. There's no DQ.
Yeah, it's essentially Texas Tornado.
Oh my goodness, a Tiger suplex.
Now Overkill's back up.
Both men are down.
Phoenix is in a bad way right now, it would appear. Yeah. He is hurt. Swifty comes out. Whoa, another black hole slam.
Well, you can just see the vicious side of the Butcher coming in now.
Puts that size 14 boot right across his skull, and I think he's trying to worsen that cut on his forehead.
I believe that's the idea.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to make that cut bigger and bleed more. The more blood he loses, the more fatigue he'll become.
That's right, because you lose blood, you lose ability to oxygenate.
Oh, hang on. Inside Quail slows it down. No, 1-2.
A monkey flip there. He's waiting for Butcher.
7.5-month run as the God.
Wow.
And I don't know how Matt Phoenix's head did not come off there. I really don't.
Yeah, it's still sad. But you're right, these two, Butcher and Overkill, have had the tag team titles for a little over half a year. Vader!
Springboard Vader splashed by the Butcher.
Dropped that whole 350-pound frame right onto his sternum. And again with the miss!
Oh, the miss of Phoenix alive!
And he's blind, he can't see!
Here comes that driver!
The package pile driver!
The 50-pound driver, the Butcher calls the slaughter! The leg is haunted!
Wow!
How the hell did he get out of that?
Yeah, I think that just pissed Matt Phoenix off.
And now the Butcher and Phoenix was pissed off with him. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Matt Phoenix is running on pure adrenaline right now.
When you see a sight of your own blood, man, it does strange things to you.
Absolutely. For some people, it freaks them out. For some, it just puts them into a violent rage.
Oh my! Wow, what a clothesline by Overkill.
Overkill. Tags in the Butcher. Oh, roaring!
Oh, forward by.
Wow.
Going up to say by Phoenix.
Our strategy going after the legs of the team that held the tag team titles for just a little over half a calendar year. In the
not just over half a calendar year, over half of its existence. Posted a little nugget recently on Facebook, facebook.com/CW Champions League. The Butcher and Overkill have held the title for about 51% of its existence. Oh, a classic kick!
Jesus! Damn, 51% of the existence of the tag.
How did that not come off?
I don't know. Same thing way it didn't come off with that clothesline earlier. But yeah, 51% of the time, the tag team championships have been held by Butcher and Overkill, making them the only 3-time champions in CCL history. The other team that's held it multiple times was Natural Phenomenon before they broke out. They had it twice.
Come back, Phoenix. Oh man!
Now he's getting ready. Oh!
You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in, off, and all around his building.
That's absolutely true. And now, Butcher.
He's gonna stay down, and out goes Phoenix.
And they are perilously close to our announce table. Oh, throws him into the security railing.
Oh, shoulder blocks, and no way Phoenix can cover up there. Oh, and Kazarian sending the Butcher right through the steps.
Youch. Yeah, this is violent. But this might be a bad thing for Kazarian, given the fact he still has that main event ladder match.
Oh! Yeah, absolutely, Chip. This is almost a worst case scenario for Kazarian. And now Overkill gets sent to the post. Lord! Who's legal here? I know who's legal, I think.
I have no idea.
Well, we expect to be a very contested match, but good Lord, not like this. Here we go, cover 2 and a near fall.
It's been just all violent.
It's been exciting from the very get-go of this event.
And this is the opening match.
I know, we have a lot more to come after this.
I'm not sure if Pete knows what he is.
I mean, this is what you can expect from the CCL. You remember at Uprising when D went against Samson for the national championship in the opening match, and it tore the house down and set the stage for what would be a controversial ending.
Oh, standing move!
Moves I tried to hit earlier. 2! No, another near fall. This point, I'm not sure what it's going to take to put this thing away.
Neither do I.
Like I said, Tommy Kazarian's taking a lot of punishment, and he still has a couple hours to go before he has a shot to try to become a 2-time world champion.
And he's going to have to recover from this.
Overkill got the game on the telephone.
That could be it.
It's got to be over now. Oh my God!
No!
How in the world did Tommy Kazarian get up from that?
He's tough, that's why.
I don't know if that was in the board, but that one definitely was.
Tommy Kazarian desperately needs to tag in his partner right now.
Back suplex, my God, how is he having strength? That's 365 he picked up right there.
Oh, and again with the standing moonsault.
Leg is taut. No. 0-2. Went for a missile drop kick, but it gets blocked.
Overkill. Got a lot of fight left in him.
Oh, collar!
We got another bleeder!
And in comes Matt Phoenix. He's had some time to recover.
I think, is everybody bleeding?
No, Kazarian is still not bleeding.
Both tag team champions are bleeding, and Matt Phoenix is bleeding. Kazarian's the only one that hasn't been bleeding, and I think it would be in his best interest to not bleed.
Yeah, because any injuries sustained in this match, he's going to take in with them in that ladder match later on.
Take with him in the ladder match. It's that critical! It's that critical!
2, 3, 3! God damn it! I thought that was 3!
You're not the only one.
Phoenix has Overkill pushed up. There's a knee. Counter.
Overkill's up. Oh, and a flying clothesline.
Damn it, took Phoenix's head off there. Cover 2.
Oh.
No. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening match.
Exactly.
I know, we got a lot after this. Oh.
And now Overkill. Look at this. Overkill just rained down
right.
Just pounding him into submission.
I don't know if you guys know, it was right on that open wound.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that. Left and right now by Overkill.
Oh, and just a dropping powerbomb there for Overkill.
I'll press 2 and no.
Didn't hook a leg.
Gotta hook a leg. Gotta hook a leg.
Absolutely true. Lackadaisical cover. I think that blood loss might be starting to affect him.
Nope.
One in this time.
Oh, wait a minute!
Oh, my God!
What strength? What a sleep!
Amazing upper body strength from Matt Phoenix.
1, 2, and we're tag team champions!
We have new tag team champions. I don't believe it. What an unreal matchup we witnessed, and this is just the first match.
I'm speechless.
Me too. That was a crazy, crazy matchup.
Matt Phoenix there for what? 230, 240?
He was not only able to grab the 361 pounds of Overkill,
But actually grabbed him out of midair. He picked him up, put him over his shoulders, and then dropped him with the go to sleep. I'm astonished.
you know, they say dynamite comes in small packages. Obviously, it did. Here's some highlights of this matchup. I mean, Butcher and Overkill they dominated about a good 2/3 of this matchup. But in the end, it was the tenacity of the Future Foundation that pulled off this amazing victory.
That's a power bomb. That got one, right?
Yeah, I got the one.
No, that's it. It was the Slaughter that got it wrong. Standing moonsault by Kazarian. That guy near fall. Second kamikaze target.
And what an amazing bout we witnessed here. And I think this is a turning point right here.
Watch this. Repeated right hand to Phoenix. Yeah, this is the end right here to go to sleep.
What they did show is how he caught Big Overkill and got him up to that position.
And yeah, grabbed him out of midair. There it is. Bang! Right to the bridge of the nose, and he was out like a light.
That's the one with 2 and 3. Here's another one.
Look at that. Overkill is 361 freaking pounds.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match.